and welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. It is January 1st as I am recording this, which is, just about the last possible moment that I could record a 2020 setup, but it's okay. We're gonna go with it, and that is that. Before we jump into it, I wanted to take a moment and talk about the journal that I will be using for at least the first half of 2020. And that is this beautiful thing. This is the Scrivwell dotted journal. I had never heard of this brand until pretty recently. I saw it mentioned in a review, and then I did my own research and was very interested in the notebook. This is 208 pages, basic dot grid. There's no index, no page numbers, no none of that, which I know is not ideal for everyone, but it is ideal for me. It has an elastic closure. There is no pen loop. There is a pocket in the back and 2 bookmarks. And the big thing here, the cover itself feels so nice. It's like a fake leather, and it is so silky smooth. And the paper is also super silky smooth. This is 120 GSM, which is my minimum requirement GSM for my paper. And while it's not a bright white, it is a lot closer to white than my Limon, which is what I have been using for the last, I think, like 3 journals or so. So this is side by side against the Limon, so you can see this is a lot more towards the yellow side. This is more white, and this is a blank sheet of white printer paper. So it's in between the two. The other thing that I'm really excited about with this journal is the dots, you can see, are a lot fainter in the Scrivwell, which is the one major complaint I had with the Limon, is the dots are really dark. And I can deal with it, but it's also like a pet peeve of mine. So I am so excited to get started in this new journal. It also has more pages than the Limon, and like a lot of other ones on the market, so that's pretty cool. Do I have anything else I want to ramble about this journal? I don't think so. So let's get into the actual setup, which will bring us into the voiceover portion of this video. Hello, welcome. It is January 8th as I am recording this, so that took a minute. We're just gonna go with it and keep going because I want to get this video up, and I am not judging myself or getting down on myself, and we're just gonna do it. We're gonna get the new year off to a positive start with some positivity. Anyway, as you saw, I skipped a couple of pages at the beginning because I'm gonna do a special cover page setup thing to start out this bullet journal, and I didn't have the supplies for it, which I know sounds a little bit weird, but at some point I will get the supplies and that will be a separate video, and hopefully that will be enjoyable. I am setting up my future log here. The other thing that I didn't do, you might have noticed, was a yearly overview where you just write out the entire year. I have gone back and forth on those. I love them. They're deeply aesthetically pleasing. And in the past, I have used them a lot for reference. But I found in the last 6 months to a year that I wasn't using it as much, and especially in the last several months of 2019, I really was not using it at all. And I decided I wasn't gonna write out all of the numbers for the year twice. I'm just gonna go with my future log, and I might end up regretting this decision. I don't know, but I'm gonna try it. And it did save me a whole lot of time, which I appreciate. So this is just my future log. You might be able to tell already from the title of this video or the look and feel of this setup, but I am going with a Art Deco 1920s theme for my yearly setup. I apologize for the white balance. Also, the recording setup here is less than optimal. Okay, look, I really just wanted to get this filmed, and it was too chaotic and too much work to try and get it filmed on my gorgeous dining room table that is hardwood and provides a nice backdrop. So I recorded this on a cutting mat because, some people do that and it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine with it. But the white balance and general lighting is going to be off and it looks a little weird. It's fine. We're going with it. What was I saying? Right, I was talking about my theme. I decided to go with, the cliched and classic Art Deco 1920s to kick off the new 20s. I I like it. I like it a lot. I'm excited to be starting a new decade. I'm excited to be in the 20s. I'm enjoying it, and I think I'm really going to like this. This is the first time that I have done any sort of, quote, theming for my yearly setup. I usually keep that pretty simple, but I feel like I know myself well enough that this was a safe choice for me. And here we are getting into what has previously been a place to write down the books, movies, television shows, and anything else that I want to check out. And I'm adjusting it a little bit for 2020. I'm drawing out some little bookshelves, and I'm going to paste in the book covers of books that I read this year. So instead of writing out like books that I want to check out, which I found I would write them in, but I didn't really use that. When I want to remember something that I want to read, I do that through Goodreads. And I also track the things that I read through Goodreads. So instead of using that space in that way here, I'm just going to paste in, like I said, book covers or little printouts of the book covers for things that I read this year, because that I think will help encourage me to read. It'll be really enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to it. And then on the right side here, with all of these beautiful gold boxes, are going to be movies and TV shows that I want to remember to check out, because those are lists that I use a lot. And the final box at the bottom is a place to record any favorites that I discover throughout the year, whether that's a book or a TV show or a movie or maybe a musical artist or a song or, whatever. Just a place to jot down something that I really loved. Moving on, this is my wellness spread. This is, again, a difference from 2019. What I have previously done is a mental health spread of some sort, like a self-care type of spread. And that has changed, and it's gone back and forth on whether it's really productive and helpful or not. And what I'm doing this year is on the page that I'm setting up now is going to be my current treatment plan for my mental health and my mental health goals for 2020. And I'm including some inspirational collaging down at the bottom of the page there. The Dutch door that I am setting up right now is going to be my year in pixels, or year in moods, as I decided to call it. And the other side of that Dutch door is going to be my period tracker, because I found having both of those was extremely helpful throughout 2019, but I had like too much space for it. So I'm condensing it down a little bit, and I'm including it here in my wellness so it can be part of what I think about in terms of taking care of myself through 2020. And just skipping all of those lines, because nobody needs to do that. I did it in real time. You don't need to suffer through it. Moving on. I track my moods in a high, medium, and low. So it's just 3 moods. That was the process I came to from a couple years of bullet journaling at this point. It works really well for me. And then I have a couple other symptoms. Same with my period tracker. There's just tracking when I'm on my period and any period-related symptoms. Moving into this next spread, this is going to be my goals setup for 2020, complete with the ever cliched but inspirational quote, "Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground." I know that it is like used everywhere for everything. I've seen it in at least 2 bullet journal setups, but I really like it because it's a reminder to dream, but also have a plan and have some form of accountability and sustainability and realism to the things that you want to achieve, because you really can achieve these things that you dream about. You just need to, work towards it and try. And that is a thing I have struggled with and made huge progress with in 2019. And I want to continue that work that I started into 2020. So on this page here with the quote, I'll write in my goals. I'm still working on them, and we can talk more about that at some point, but I'm working on what my goals are going to be, And then in the right-hand side of the spread, I have 2 boxes at the top, which are going to be specific goals to focus on for the first 2 quarters of the year, which is what I'm anticipating this bullet journal will cover. I get about 6 months in my journals. And then the bottom is where I'm going to include notes and planning for the second half of the year. So any changes I want to make, any realizations I have, anything that I want to note down. Also, it is bothering me, so I'm going to apologize to you for it. My hair, I just throw my hair up out of my face when I want to film or do anything in my bullet journal, and it's up in the camera and it is bothering me. I'm sure that no one watching this cares that much because it's not a thing that I care about watching bullet journal videos, but I'm going to apologize for it anyway. Next, this is a spread that I was really excited to include. I haven't done anything like this before, and I was thinking about it and really wanted a space to plan out my themes for upcoming months. So this is where I'm going to plan out themes for February through July. Don't need to plan out my January theme, it's already in here. And lastly, this is my memory keeping spread for my toddler. Typically, in the past, what I've done is just left a few pages blank so that I can paste in pictures of my kid and watch how they grow. I decided to get a little bit fancier this year in keeping with the retro, classic, Art Deco, 20s, etc., etc. I am blacking out the space around where I'm going to paste the pictures in, which looks really cool. And it wasn't just that I wanted it to look cool. Bear with me for a second. I wanted it to look like an old-fashioned photo album or scrapbook, the kind that has the black paper and then you paste the pictures in on it and it looks really cool. Please tell me someone knows what I'm talking about. Comment below, tell me you know what I'm talking about. That's the vibe I was going for with this. And I have space for 2 pictures each month. And that is in addition to my monthly memory keeping because I'm a sap and I like including pictures of my kid. And that is everything. Here is that final flip through with all of the beautiful gold detailing. And I'm going to go in and continue updating and adding things because that's how I live my life. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I have personally really been loving watching everyone's setups, especially the ones that are Art Deco themed. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments what theme you, if any, you are using for your yearly setup, what you're looking forward to in 2020, and I will talk to you all very soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.